there'd been alarm bells ringing for quite a while, but
Mm.
I just hadn't heard them. I hadn't recognized them. I was ignoring them. It was a cacophony of things and stuff and noises, and I think it's partly why I'm now, having come out of the other end and having gone through so much healing and now found my thriving self again. That's why I feel so moved, so called, to be a light and support others through their darkness, and let them know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and they can go through the healing that they need to come back to feeling alive, purposeful, and joyful again.
Wow, wow. All right. So you said a lot of great things there, but what I want to bring attention to right now is those alarm bells that you said that were going off that maybe you pushed aside. Can you describe that a little bit?
So I hadn't realized until 6 months into my healing journey that I had been stuck in fight and flight for 10 years.
Wow.
I think most of us, especially those of us who respond to emergencies as part of our speciality, and this is not just to do with war, right? I'm an anesthetist and an intensive care medic, right? And so when I talk about trauma, I'm not actually just referring to Syria. I'm sure any healthcare professional listening to me right now only has to pause. And
Mhm.
like me, they will think of the 10-year-old who died of anaphylaxis who you can bring back, the 18-year-old who you promised would be fine and they died at the end of your syringe, the 30-year-old who you did the spinal cord analysis on and to declare her dead before she went for her organ transplantations. And you know what I mean? Like there are so many incidences that happen throughout our lives as medical professionals,
Mhm.
and we normalize so much stress. And so for me, I was always frustrated. I was always in a rush. Nothing was fast enough. Nothing was soon enough. Everything seemed inadequate. I seemed inadequate. My expectations of myself and of others were rising and rising and rising.
Mm.
And I found myself angry, blamey,
Mm.
exhausted. But also towards the end, there was this sort of brain fog,
Mm.
this just inability to critically think. I didn't have the clarity that I thought that I once had. And I had completely ignored some of the physical manifestations, which I just thought were completely unrelated.
Yeah.
My chronic back pain, I just thought was a completely unrelated issue. My increasing headaches, my insomnia, my on-off smoking. I just hadn't put all of those things together until that day, until that moment that just catalyzed that gigantic pause. And then in hindsight, a lot of things started to come into focus.
Wow. Okay. So